Roy's doing this thing. He always does it. He's done it with music before.
Christ.
He does it with music where it's like, not only do I've never even heard that popular song that you guys all like. Not only, I won't acknowledge, he really is just saying he doesn't like it, but he's going to say, I don't even recognize the name of that singer. And he's doing this with, like, we were talking about airplanes and seat recliners. And instead of just going out against seat reclining, Roy did the thing, I don't even know how to recline my seat on a plane. I am so anti-seat reclining, I couldn't even tell you. Roy, you know there's a button.
I've never even sat back on my chair.
Right.
I lean forward just in case.
I moved my chair
been
forward.
on an airplane before. What are you talking about?
Seats on a plane? What?
Well, I've only recently started traveling, and this is for work, so I don't really know the ins and outs.
When was the first time you were on a plane? How old are you?
Shit, I don't even know. It must have been like within ESPN years, probably for me.
So
Like our
30s,
trips,
20s?
Yeah.
like was your first time flying going up to Bristol? We had to go up, me, you, and Billy one time, I remember.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
And did you see someone recline and you were like, wait a second?
Yeah, the person in front of me, like,
How do
what
I
the
do
hell is
that?
going on here? Why are my knees hurting right now?
Well, it's a
It's
button,
on my
Roy.
knees.
It's a button usually on like the inside of your chair.
So now you believe him. And now don't you feel like an asshole?
No, I still don't believe him, but I'm going to do the thing.
I've never seen that button. I didn't know.
What
Now
was
you know?
the song that he was like, there was a
It
song.
was like Green Day or
it was like
Blink-182
one of the
or
more
something.
popular songs. Roy's just like, never even heard it.
It is a stupid looking button. I've never understood why the button looks the way it does. It doesn't look like a button that actually is a button. It looks like a button that's covering some sort of bolt on the side of the chair.
Like a fake button.
Rest. Yeah.
What is the best
button.
looking button?
The best looking button.
Well,
But any.
We're just going to go with belly and move on.
Yeah, any. Yeah.
You know, like when you go on an airplane, you always know it's old as hell when you have the ashtray.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
A lot of those have been discontinued.
Well, I think
though.
what it is they just moved the seat to a new plane.
Dude, I haven't seen an ashtray in a plane in a long time.
But I've
They
seen it
still
in the
got the
last
no
5
smoking
years.
sign, though.
Yeah, that too.
I saw Mike Greenberg post a selfie from first class. So it's him, I believe, Field Yates, whoever their NFL draft crew is. I think maybe Graziano. He was like on a plane, basically doing the post of, we're headed to Green Bay for the draft.
you said Nashville because that's where our
Right,
crew
that's where our
is
crew
right
is.
now, currently.
And the funny thing is he was trying to do a thing because he was in first class, and you think to yourself, a lot of people are looking at that. He's flexing on us. He's like, he's trying to show us he's in first class. I think he's doing the opposite there. I think Greeny fancies himself a PJ guy now. So he thinks he's being humble by just showing a first class. I think that is Greeny.
Look at all these other people that I
being
fly
like,
with.
look
I'm
at all these
just one of the
humans that I'm
guys."
traveling with. I'm a normal human just like you, even though I'm clearly in the front row of first class.
You know who's a big first class person? Rose.
really?
She flies so much that she can actually upgrade on certain flights up to first class.
Think she
Well,
knows how
she
to
does
recline her chair?
fly a lot.
Probably. She's been
In
on
first
some
class, you get to
flights.
do whatever you
Tips.
want. That's another thing, Roy. I know, obviously, if you haven't been on an airplane that long,
yeah.
you probably haven't flown first class. If you get to first class, you can kind of do whatever you want.
That's true.
They tell you, hey, you want drinks? Yeah, I want drinks.
they let you
Boom.
fly the
You want
plane if
food?
you
Boom.
Do you want beans? Remember when Dan was like, they served us beans on the
that was
flight
weird.
back from
But
Vegas.
sometimes you get to fly the plane.
I've actually been in first class twice because I was flying with Rose, and this is.
But did
the
they let you
Edmonton
do whatever
trip.
you wanted or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
were
Except fly the
smoking-
plane. I couldn't do
smoking
that.
a
Except
cigar.
recline the chair, because you've never figured that one out.
No.
That's a
Unfortunately.
great flight to have first class on. A flight to Edmonton. It's a
Jesus.
long-
No,
a long flight.
because it wasn't connecting.
was-
So it wasn't the entire trip.
Oh, so it was
you
like
know.
only to Atlanta or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
No.
Yeah.
Can't experience it for long.
Sad.
Yeah.
Speaking of planes, bye, Jess.
Oh, no.
She's driving, though.
I am
Oh,
driving.
that's right. All right, let's change subjects. Rewind.
Speaking
Go
of-
back.
speaking-
Welcome to
planes-
Mystery Crate.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Speaking of planes, Mike Fuentes is leaving to Nashville in
No,
mere
he's
moments.
in Nashville.
He's in Nashville
He's actually
right
on the
now,
way back
actually.
from
Yeah,
Nashville.
by
It's
the
currently
time-
Friday. This
Coming
is
back
my
from-
last show in
Yeah.
Miami
Correct.
right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm currently on a plane back from Nashville right now.
Wow. How is it?
And I know how
And
to
the
recline
draft
my
was
seat.
awesome.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that the Browns traded up for Cam Ward.
Wow.
Wow.
We gave away Tennessee Titan Cam Ward jerseys. It's weird to place for the Browns. Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
How was Nashville? People were
if that
pissed in
happened.
Nashville, right?
Yeah.
It was crazy. A riot,
Yeah.
some would say. Yeah, but Jess is leaving.
Yeah.
This is her last in Miami studio mystery crate. Very
Well,
sad.
I may be back periodically in Miami, but
It's never really good.
there's nothing scheduled yet. So we'll say it's the last
Are you
one.
going to wear
right
an
now.
I Heart New York shirt every time you get back just to stick it to Miami?
To rub it in? No. I will miss Miami. I will miss you guys, seeing you guys every week. I will miss Coconut Grove. But yeah, it's time.
You won't miss a long drive to Fort Lauderdale once in a while?
I will not. But Izzy, I was very honored that you and Anthony drove all the way down to Monty's in the Grove for my going away
Well,
drinks.
of course.
And Roy.
There's only one
On
of
a
those.
weeknight. And Roy, of course.
Yeah, that night was interesting because I was at the War Memorial at the Baptist Iceplex doing stick and puck, fully geared up on the ice skating with a puck and just shooting around.
And they
doing
just
some
left
stuff.
straight from there. To
Well,
Jess's
I had to
going
take a
away.
shower first. At the War Memorial, they have showers there in the locker room.
Whoa.
Oh, you took a grown man shower
Yeah, a grown man shower.
with other people?
No. The locker room was
That's a grown
locked
men's
and empty.
shower.
Why would there
Oh.
be other people there?
Because in a grown man shower, you're
Yeah.
showering with everybody.
It's just shower heads.
That's the whole point. Yeah, you call it a grown man shower.
I just want to get to the bottom of this with Roy because I was one of the people, or maybe the only person, who didn't have a ton of faith in Roy being able to learn how to skate and play hockey before he plays in this media game. Is it for what?
It's for Winter Classic.
Winter
when it's
Classic,
at,
right? Because
Lone
that's
Depot
down
Park.
here
Yeah.
in Lone Depot. And I mean, you're telling me that you're at like on a scale of 1 to 10 as a skater. Because to me, if you're playing hockey, and I wish Ethan were here right now, if you're playing hockey, don't you have to be like a 10 out of 10 skater? Like it's got to be, muscle memory.
Goalie, you can
complete-
play
Well,
goalie,
are
you
you
don't have to
saying
skate.
NHL players are 10 out of 10 skaters?
I'm saying
assuming?
rec league.
No,
players
rec
are
league
10 out of
skaters
10
are not
skaters.
10 out of 10 skaters. Like they're at best like 6 or 7 out.
Really?
Of 10. There's probably some 10 out of 10s, but
He's a good skater is always a weird thing because it's something you hear in hockey. That guy, great skater. It's kind of like in golf, good ball striker. I just assume all these guys are good at skating, good at striking the golf ball if
when,
you're a
when
pro.
Roy, I mean, look, I'm.
there's nuance, Chris.
You're going to
your
have to
point.
excuse me here because I'm judging this entirely off of watching you jump rope.
Okay, that's fair.
I've
and
also
you
I've done a
attempted to
hockey
jump rope.
I've done a hockey class with Roy.
And
I'm taking the under.
because
I don't blame you.
On what specifically?
I don't blame you.
on his ability to do
Oh.
it.
Well,
He's
what
basically
are
saying
we
you won't be
grading
able
this
to.
on? Like he stays on his feet, he can start and stop, but like when he wants to. Like
Oh, that's the problem. I'm currently in a situation where I can't stop.
See,
I
there's
like
a
the kid
problem.
from Mighty
There's
Ducks.
a problem right
I think
there.
the
But
ultimate
I can go.
Kid from Mighty Ducks, yeah.
I can go though. I can go though.
The ultimate test for can you hang in hockey is we put a puck at center ice. There's a goalie in net. Can you go do a penalty shot and look? Just don't embarrass yourself.
Don't fall down.
Like skate.
Or don't run into the wall when you're done or
and
into
then
the goalie because
the whole
you
process,
can't stop.
The whole process. You have a good deke. You get a decent shot. Even if it gets blocked, that's fine. You stop. You go back to the
So
bench.
where
If
are you
that's-
in that scenario, Roy?
Yesterday, I kind of surprised myself because I was able to move and stick handle a lot better than when we were doing that clinic. I can tell you that right now. But I would say, as far as that's concerned, I'm at a 4.
Wow. Okay, so now include contact into skating. And now
We haven't done that
we're-
yet.
And you have how much time to be able to play in this game and look halfway decent?
It's January, so we got some months. We got half
you
a
have
year.
a lot of time.
You got 8 months.
You got
Okay,
a
I mean
lot
that's
of
what
time.
that's what people said a year ago, 4 months ago when he said he had a year, and I'm just like, well, he's still at a 4 with just skating and puck handling.
But they're not going to play contact.
How do you play hockey with no contact?
that.
You're not going to be hitting guys.
No, that's not going to be.
There's no way you're
check
going to be checking some like an Andy Slater type up against the
But
board.
there's still natural
You're not going to be
contact
doing
that'll
that.
just throw you
No,
off,
there's going to be
right?
times you bump into each other, but I don't see
that's-
Roy ramming guys.
There's no
into the
way
boards.
to police like, don't touch him. Don't,
No, it's an exhibition, dude. You can know when a guy's going to go.
I got in trouble at the Marlins media softball game once for just hitting a hard line drive.
That's what I'm saying. Like
They were like, "Come on, man, we got to work tomorrow." I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just hitting. I didn't.
Izzy, remind me.
Seriously?
I'm too good.
Have you played in the Miami Heat media tournaments?
Yes, I had.
Will
I
Manso
did too.
block the shit out of? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
That's contact. There's no holds
yeah.
barred there. Like we're playing
nothing.
hoops. Like we're gonna go.
It's
a little
you're
bit
gonna
different
have
type of
one or
contact.
two overly eager hockey players trying to prove themselves. They're gonna be like, "Oh, there's Roy over there. He must be an athlete. He must know hockey." Whack! And you're gonna be like, "What the hell, dude?"
Oh,
And
there's
All of a sudden, you're upended by Jordan McPherson.
there it is.
Oh man. Oh, I would love to see that. Jordan McPherson is a
Whoever
good
that
dude.
is,
I
I
love
don't
that
know
man.
who
I don't think Goldie will take it easy on you.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, Jordan McPherson. I would like to see him skate. We've been trying to get him to go out and skate with us, but unfortunately,
Who's us? Are you doing this with like a group?
Yeah, me, David Dwork, Aaron Brown,
Dworkin'
and Jordan McPherson. We hang out. We used to. Aaron's not doing it this season, but we used to hang out a lot during the Panthers games, right?
Do we have a camera there? Are we following? Is this like a plot?
It doesn't
of
seem
the
like we have a
show?
camera.
Because I'd be
I may
locked
have to
in.
come back to Miami to watch.
I would be locked in if you give me an every other week update.
Rose
with
is
video.
Rose is going to provide video during the Learn to Play sessions. So that's going to be what 12 weeks, I believe.
12 weeks from now?
No, 12 weeks worth of sessions. It starts May 28th, I believe. It's on
Okay.
Wednesday, which is interesting because it's playoff
12
time,
weeks,
so.
damn.
Send the video. I need to see
She'll be
this.
there. She'll be there. She will be there. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully I don't die.
We hope not, Roy.
Thank you.
We really hope not.
Too bad you won't be here to see it.
Oh,
Because honestly, like, not that I'm really concerned about you dying, but
that's
the
mean.
things that could happen if you're
right,
terrible
it's
at
sort
hockey
of different
with
than a
blades
pickup
flying around.
basketball
Right.
game, which a lot of people play pickup basketball as adults. So I could see there being harder contact. You're on your own feet. You're not on ice. There's no skates involved. Hockey's a little bit, you could.
Some people get put on skates.
You have a
on who you play
weapon in
against.
your hand.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Could
To
really
Izzy's
hurt
earlier
people.
point, we gotta find that video of Roy jumping rope.
Oh my! There was
We
actual
don't.
video.
We,
of
we
it.
don't.
Yes,
That
we
would-
do.
We don't
that would
have
go
to.
so
It was
viral.
so good.
We don't have to.
You guys better be nice to Roy while I'm gone. By the way,
This is us being nice
Thank
to
you.
Roy.
because I'm gonna miss him. Very, very,
What are
very
you gonna
much.
do?
You're
about it?
gonna
I'll
miss
miss you too.
this.
I'm gonna beat your ass, Tony. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fly down here, recline my seat the whole way down. I'm gonna kick your ass.
my
Yeah.
seat
The bigger they are, you know.
So eventually you're ending back up in New York. So
Yeah.
like, what are you looking forward to the most about getting back up there?
Everything.
Is it the smells?
Yeah, the garbage on the sidewalk.
Definitely.
Big ass rats.
will see a rat and I will smooch it on its little mouth. I'm so excited. I miss them so much. No, all my friends live there. So when I moved here 4 years ago, I was
Thought you'd
like-
make more friends.
I did make a lot of friends, but a lot of them unfortunately have moved in the last year or so. The last year we've been like a lot of our friends have moved away. We always eventually thought we'd move back to New York, whether it was in 2 years, 3 years. We ended up staying 4 years, which was kind of longer than I thought, honestly.
It's a good term.
Yeah, it was a solid amount of time. It's
Same time as LeBron.
the first year you move somewhere, other than Tony, I don't know how many of you have lived that far away from where you grew up, but when you move somewhere pretty far from where you grew up, the first year you're still settling in.
It's tough.
And
Still
it's-
acclimating to new
Yeah,
places
you don't really
too.
know anything or anyone. You are trying to figure out what you like and
The
what
weather.
you don't like. The weather, yeah, exactly. And then the second year, you're sort of settled in, and that's when you actually figure out what you do like, and you get to do that, hopefully over and over again, and you settle into a routine. And then by the third year, it's okay, well, if you don't like it now, then you kind of know if it's gonna be somewhere you stick around. And last year was sort of a real we like Miami. It's really, really hot in the summer and miserable, but at the end of the day, it's just that our friends and our family aren't here. And every time there's a holiday, every time there's, any sort of thing where we want to see people or wedding, whatever, we have to get on a flight and it's far and it takes a long time.
Hop on
And
a
so,
bird.
and Lee also has a career. So we both, it's the best thing for both
It's only a
of us.
half an hour helicopter ride to Fort Lauderdale, though.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I was doing that all the time. No, I never go to Broward and I never will.
And why would you ever
that's
want to?
mean.
Amen.
Dude.
I'm in Broward.
Amen.
I had to go to Broward after work a few weeks ago, and I told Izzy weeks ahead of time. I was like, "I got this drive coming up," and
Yeah.
it's what he does every morning.
Well,
It's the best, Broward.
I was
How
like,
are you guys?
I got
not
this
Broward?
road
Okay.
trip I got to take after
So
work.
I'll-
What's the
It's the
traffic
best.
going to be like?
Yes, it
the
is.
funny
It
thing
absolutely is.
that's what you guys say about Broward. We're saying the same thing
Well-
about you guys.
well, this-
we don't want to drive down to Miami.
I know, and that's
Nobody
why
wants
you
to
didn't
drive
come
down to
my
Miami.
going away party, and I will
Chris
remember
didn't go?
that. No,
No, he didn't go.
my
Roy was
God.
there.
but hey, at
Izzy
least he
there.
texted me, Tony. Unlike you.
I had a baby though.
I
That
was
the issue.
also-
The baby
There was a baby at the
Bullshit
party.
fucking excuse all the time.
Kugler's baby.
Kugler was there with the baby.
He lives in the Grove.
Yo,
You
you didn't want to
basically
bring
live
your
in the
baby
No,
next to Kugler's baby. No baby compares to Kugler's baby.
Oh,
That baby
shit.
is out
Shots
of
fired.
a magazine.
Yeah.
If I was drawing a dream baby, it would be that baby.
Those eyes, man.
Unbelievable.
Oh, the
Those
rudest
eyes
thing you've
are
ever said
said
to
it.
me.
I'm sorry.
ridiculous.
It's the cutest baby ever.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
I don't think I've ever actually seen a picture of your daughter, but I'm just assuming.
Shout out to
Goddamn.
L.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay.
I'm just assuming that
You're
it's
assuming
just
what?
not as cute as Kugler's kid.
Oh wow.
It is a really cute baby.
I will
Yeah.
say I never got Kugler's kid a present. I got your daughter
Thank
a
you.
present. So
Exactly why I'm going to let that comment slide.
gonna
or
have
else
to get
I'll
something
be
else, aren't I?
taking back that diaper bag. Yeah.
It's actually a onesie of the Panthers championship.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Tony.
And a
I
bit.
appreciate you
And you
doing
can't
that.
even bother to watch the games.
Tony, it was me.
Oh, so I
You know, I started to watch, but then she lost her mind and then I had to turn it off. You know, you got to take her up to take a bath, and like your mom's like, "Yeah, are you going to help? Are you not going to help?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the game's on." She's like, "You don't care about hockey."
I'm working.
I'm like, you got it.
I'm working, babe.
I'm like, I'm not even on the show tomorrow. Don't
You
even
gotta
worry
get a TV
about
in
it.
the bathroom.
And then all of a sudden, I get a text, "Hey, Billy's got a stomach ache, whatever." And I'm like,
Nah.
didn't watch the game.
Poor
Damn,
Billy's in tummy ache city.
Good.
he's fine.
Good thing you made it to Nashville.
Yeah.
It's a shame he gave everyone at the bar norovirus, though.
I might
Yeah,
have it.
sucks.
Yeah. My stomach's been kicking my ass the last day and a half, but we
Have-
persist. We're here.
Tom,
Dude, stay away
cheese
from
over
it.
there.
No.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
you know, sometimes Monty's doesn't leave you with the best feeling the next
You
morning.
know, this Huel is vegan.
It's
really good.
is it?
Sure is.
Yeah, it is.
It's a meal replacement.
Absolutely.
Fuentes, what's up with your emotional Instagram posts?
I had an emotional Instagram post.
You're like the guy who puts like a thing on the story like, this one's gonna be rough today. Keep your head up.
I do worry. I worry about Fuentes a little
you're
bit.
like-
but then
I
I'm
do
just-
that. Like,
then
I
I just
don't-
check like what time of night it is, and like, oh, he's had a couple of
I
drinks.
feel like
I'm
you're
not sure.
inspiring story guy.
What are you, John Cena?
No, I'm not an inspiring story.
I
guy.
feel like you like. Am I wrong on this?
I was actually going to say, like, his unpopular opinions that aren't his that he gets on the
No,
internet.
but did you mix in one?
No, I
Are
didn't.
No, but this
actually-
guy.
There's one I believe in though.
I was going to say today they're just as indicative of clinical depression as last week's, but slightly more interesting and flavorful, I would say. So, you know, maybe things are looking up for Fuentes this week.
Which one do you think of these?
I
Tony?
know exactly which one it is.
Which one?
Showers
It's tater
aren't
tots over fries.
relaxing.
No, well, that I just like tater tots.
Okay,
Tater tots?
Okay, then
But that's
you
not the
agree.
one that
It's
was
the first-
specifically
it's the
planted.
first one.
What?
Is the first one.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes,
A little bit.
I
Well,
knew it.
that one and the one that having a very famous actor in a movie ruins it.
That's insane.
Though
This-
depending on the movie. But
Okay, the first one says there's too much Pedro Pascal happening at once, which is just fucking insane. I'm sorry.
It's kind of
What's
true.
the matter
It's
with
kind
you?
of true though. He's in everything.
It's
What is he in?
just
He's in Last of Us. He's coming out Fantastic
Gladiator.
Four. He's in Gladiator. Who's in a commercial. It's coming. That's running right now. I think it's for Apple.
Corona.
He's
Is it Corona?
100%
Yeah, it's for
having a moment.
competing.
No, he's
beer
having
sponsor,
the
yeah.
moment, like
Right.
the moment, and off a character that was what a long time ago now. I remember I just saw a post.
The
That,
Mandalorian.
no, well,
No, it was,
okay,
it was Narcos.
Oh.
no, well that too.
Oberyn.
But even before that, it was Oberyn Martell.
That
and
was like
getting-
2014.
Correct.
yeah.
So
But he was in other stuff after that. But that was definitely his,
Mandalorian is iffy.
When
It's,
did-
it's his voice,
He
and then
took
he had
his
one,
mask. He
one
took his
episode.
helmet off, though.
One episode.
Okay, fine.
36 episodes
Was
of
he
TV.
Baby
One
Yoda?
episode.
Yeah, he was.
Figure it out.
When did Narcos come out? Because I think Narcos was before Game of Thrones.
Yes. No.
Yeah,
no.
Narcos was no, it was like around the same time, like
Narcos is
2015,
2015.
2016.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he had
that's
the
the only
he had the
thing I've
small
seen
role
him
in
in.
Narcos compared to
No,
the other guy.
no.
Compared to the other guy.
No.
The blonde guy,
The guy who was the cop?
the main guy. I don't know who that guy is. I don't even know his name. He was
Exactly.
in Logan too, and then he
I don't
fizzled
think I
out.
don't know about anyone.
No.
I like Pedro Pascal, so I disagree.
I love Pedro Pascal, but there is a lot of him going on right now. Well,
Let the man have his moment.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah.
People are gonna. It's too soon.
Well, I give
It's
the
Friday.
advance notice spoiler alert so people can literally jump ahead.
Okay, fine. We can
Yeah.
spoil it.
But
I haven't seen this this week.
okay, then never mind. Then I'm not gonna say
Can you
it.
Damn it, Tony!
Can you spoil it real quick and tell me what show you're talking about?
The Last
of Us.
Ah, okay, never seen it.
Which I am not watching, but I am heavily lurking.
But I gave you the big reveal
Yeah, you guys
last
already
week or
told.
whatever.
You and
Yeah.
Amin told me.
You
'cause
asked
I
me for it.
was like, hey guys, season 1 scared the shit out of me. I enjoyed it as a show. It's an amazing show, like well written, everything well directed, great acting.
Costumes are great.
Everything's great. Like the makeup's great. The freaking zombies are creepy, but
Ooh,
too
it's a
scary.
zombie show?
I felt myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
And
have
the world of
Not in.
apocalypse zombies.
It's like
not
a,
in, huh?
yeah, it's like a post-apocalyptic
Cordyceps.
world where this
Yeah.
cordyceps like fungus has infected people
Yeah.
and it makes them turn into
Basically,
these like mushroom people.
Global warming has made cordyceps adapt to the heat, so now they can live inside humans.
Okay,
and
so
they take
that's
over.
going to happen, right? Because every movie that's
Whoa,
ever been
whoa,
written
whoa.
eventually happens. Like it's ridiculous to me.
28
like,
days later.
we're just talking it into existence, or in terms of Hollywood, writing it into existence.
Well, you're on the
It's
AI track.
realistic. It's probably going to happen.
Wait,
You're on-
well, that's a bold.
I'm telling you, man. Like I'm just
The cordyceps one's a bit much.
Yeah, I like that shirt that you're wearing
I
right
hope
now.
not. Well, you know, we are dismantling the CDC, so it's more possible now than maybe a year
Than
ago.
ever.
I mean,
Yeah.
Idiocracy has already been,
Yeah.
finished.
I'm just
So we're,
trying to
moving
think
on
of
to
like
other movies.
the Hobbit hasn't happened yet, so
But that's
I would love
not
if it
really.
did.
That's a long
realistic.
shot.
I would move into Bag End immediately. I would be inside that little circular yellow door right now, drinking
now.
my mead.
Are you gonna miss the Samson
mead.
quotables and all that stuff when you're up there?
I am. Well, you guys, I'm still gonna be like working like here-ish and part of the show.
Just
like, I'm
not
still,
here.
But I'm not gonna be in Miami, so it will be. You'll see me less. It's really worst case scenario for everyone, because it's like the people that really love me on the show are going to be like, what the fuck? And the people that hate me are going to be like, she's still here.
Yeah.
But
You should just call this show Miami because we can't get the people who aren't lifers to stick around. They're just like, we're just going to go.
It's a tough place to adjust to, though. I get it. Like,
I think I adjusted to it well.
No,
It's
you
just
did.
Like,
Like,
4 years is
yeah.
a long time, by the way. It's not
It
like
is.
I like dipped my little, my pinky toe into Miami and was like, yeah, not for me. Like I lived.
no, almost half a
shot at
decade.
Lucy.
Oh, the water's too hot. Yeah.
Yeah, unlike Lucy, who was like, I hate this. Please get me out. No, I'm just kidding. No, 4 years is a long time.
No.
I was like 26 when I started this job.
But like, it's a tough place to make new friends when you show up.
You're
You
30.
still are.
Yeah.
You're still 26.
No, I feel great. When I turned 30, I was like, well, am I going to feel any different? No, I feel
don't.
the same as when I turned 20.
No.
30's rock.
Now, 35.
40s
30s are
on
the
the other
best.
hand. 40s, no.
40s so far have been quite pleasant.
Nah, on the opposite. I just feel
I
like
do miss
my
the
body's
30s, though.
broken.
40s are
gotta
the new
keep
30s,
active.
and 30s
Yeah,
are the new
like
20s.
hockey.
That's what everyone's been saying.
I like that.
You know when it really hurts when you're filling out a form and
You
get
gotta
down
scroll
to the
really
age,
far for your
and then all of a
age.
sudden it's like 35 to 45. You're like,
Yeah, that
"Ooh."
range. Yeah.
I hate when they group you. Like now I'm in a group of like 46 to 55. I'm like, whoa, why can't I be on the 36 to 48 range? or
55 is so
something like
far
that?
from 46. Like,
Yeah.
why are we doing this?
I've gotten so good at scrolling right to 87. Like, on those things when you're like clicking the year, it's
You're
like,
an
87.
you gotta give a good scroll.
Mike,
for
you're what, like
87.
85?
84.
I've gotten good at
84. 84, boys.
It's like Wheel of Fortune. Dang, you have to get
84
good enough,
boys.
like the right speed of it that it lands right
Yeah.
at.
Is
I
it like
like
a
that
79?
Yeah.
Bankrupt.
You know how I test
7.
myself for
77?
like
Damn.
dementia is when you get one of those, two-factor codes, and it's like more than 6 numbers, and you're like, I'm gonna remember. It's like 260175, and then I go.
But
on my
can you
little
remember
thing.
without saying it out loud?
Oh, I thought you were talking about how many motorcycles do you see here? I'm like,
I hate that.
motorcycle
I
or a
hate that.
bicycle?
I fail those.
Why
all
are they
the
putting
time.
a bicycle when there has to be a motorcycle?
What?
They've
The
gotten a
stairs.
lot harder. So here's my question. It's like click on the squares that have the bike in it, and then there's like one square that has like the tiniest little corner of
yeah,
a
like
wheel. I'm
just
like,
a little bit of the rubber.
am I supposed to click
Yep,
on
you
this
click
one?
that one. If you see a
Yeah.
part of it, the easiest one is the crosswalk. Like, which one? Show me the crosswalks. Okay, that's clearly a
Show me the
crosswalk.
buses.
How is my
Fire
computer
hydrant, too, is
asking me
pretty-
if I'm a robot? Bitch, you're a robot.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
It's unfair.
It's a great bit.
But see, the thing about the remember the numbers, Apple does it for me now,
Yeah,
which is
I
the
know.
best feature
It
that
does.
Apple
The
has.
It is
messages
great.
thing?
Oh yeah, like
It-
like the
where it's,
code.
like found in messages.
Yes, fill
But
it in.
then-
Does your Android do that, Roy? I don't think so.
No, but that thing is awesome. That is awesome.
I'm glad you're leaving.
But do you guys ever get the one
It probably
where
does.
it doesn't work?
Yeah, it probably does.
Do you ever get the one where it's not picking up the numbers from your text?
Yeah, and
you're
that's
like,
when I test myself for
You're-
my mental
Yes.
acuity.
It's always,
Yeah.
You're always like, what is this technology? Why is the numbers not popping up right?
Wait, but then like when you go to try, sometimes like I got Wells Fargo. When you do that on Wells Fargo, you try to go to the text thread, disappeared. It's already gone.
Wow.
Send me another code, and then you're in this little cycle
You're in a
because you
loop.
don't want to remember those 6 digits that come up to the bottom of your
Well.
screen.
You said that's the best thing. I don't know who just said that. That's the best thing Apple's done. No, the best thing Apple's done, Apple Pay. Man,
Yeah, also-
when I see
also
that I
good
want to
one.
buy something and it has an Apple Pay, and it's just like, okay, look at my face, boom, bought. It's just so simple.
But to be fair, Apple Pay had to be adopted by places. So Apple Pay has been around a long time, but only recently has it caught on to being like a mainstream thing everybody has one, except Walmart. I don't know why, kind of weird.
Right.
But
But if I have to put in my credit card information,
Terrible.
I'm like, I'll go somewhere else.
dude, taking my wallet out now,
ridiculous.
I'm like, I don't have Apple Pay. What is this? God, this is like the biggest first world problem ever.
It is.
Yeah.
You're like one notch away from Stan Van Gundy saying Mike Budenholzer like he got fired, but like it's bad actually, not good.
Have you ever accidentally paid for something with Apple Pay?
Yes,
like
because-
I look at my phone and it just says hold near reader. I'm just like, what did I just do?
Dude, sometimes I just open it and then like the reader will be as far away as like this camera
I
is,
just
and it
bought
just takes
someone's
it.
gas.
Yeah.
No, speaking of gas, Lee and I were on a road trip this past weekend. Stopped at a Buc-ee's.
Oh, Buc-ee's.
Holy shit.
What's a Buc-ee's?
You've never been to Buc-ee's?
I don't know
Never
about
heard of
these
it.
either.
It's like a super
Wait,
gas-
can
super
we guess?
convenience.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna guess.
Sorry.
I was
Like a
gonna guess
bigger,
barbecue.
like a bigger Wawa.
No.
It's like it's like
No,
a bigger,
that'd be
better.
nice.
It's like Walmart, but
gas
like
station.
Gas station. Yeah.
They have everything. Like you can get lost in there. And the closest one to here, I believe, is the one outside of Daytona Beach. And then there's another one that's sort of closer to Jacksonville along I-95. I
So
don't
it's like
know
a super target for gas stations.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
exactly.
Yeah.
They sell
But they have great barbecue.
everything. They sell barbecue. They sell
Jerky.
breakfast tacos. The jerky is amazing. They sell like cold brew, iced tea, like anything you could want
Everything.
to stop and eat on like a road
You
trip.
want a Harley Davidson shirt? They got
And
it.
then
the merch.
They also have
Oh, my
like
goodness.
a home goods attached. Like you could buy
That's
like
where you'll get me.
you could buy like a stove there. Like it's crazy. But the one thing I will say, the best part about Buc-ee's, the nicest bathrooms.
Oh, they
that's
pride
huge.
The
themselves in the
nicest
bathroom.
bathrooms
that.
along I-95. I will never piss in another bathroom on my road trips ever again.
We need a Buc-ee's
I'm
down
holding
here.
it till I get to Buc-ee's every time.
How do you spell Buc-ee's?
Buccee.
There's a dash.
I think it's one E.
But there's
Yeah.
a dash in there,
And,
isn't it?
and there might be
It's like-
one C.
There's
like-
definitely a dash.
Yeah,
There's
it's
two C's.
BUC and then I think dash
Yeah.
CEES.
It's just EES.
Apostrophe.
One C.
I don't like the idea.
Buc-ee's.
Taylor Vippolis heckling me via text. There's no way you're good at stopping in 1987. I want to put that to the test.
And we'll find out next.
Another guy who left.
Oh, you're
I
right.
said we'll find out next.
Oh.
You
You betcha. You said you betcha.
You bet ya.
brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Your boy's on a Nerfy heater.
Ooh.
Been doing really well.
Nerf?
I don't know what that means.
Nerf?
No run
Nerf
first
ball?
inning.
It stands for no run first inning.
Come on, guys.
Oh, okay,
Catch up.
okay,
Catch
okay.
up, Mustard.
Yeah, so what you do is you go to the DraftKings app, you look for first inning totals, and you do under half a run. Saturday, we're going to do the Milwaukee Brewers versus I almost said Arizona Cardinals, the St. Louis Cardinals at 2:15 p.m. The Philadelphia Phillies versus the Chicago Cubs at 4:05 p.m. The Texas Rangers versus the San Francisco Giants also at 4:05 p.m. Those three Nerfy under half a run. It's very simple. What
So
I do
you
is
just turn on the TV and hope nothing happens.
well,
Yeah,
what
exactly
you do
right.
Three
is
different times.
yeah,
Only in the first inning.
Right,
and then
you
first
continue.
inning. So what you do is you look for
Watch
starting
hockey.
pitchers with ERAs under 4, and if the matchup they both have it, you
Is
take
that
it.
a good number these days? Under 4? Because when
That's
I
what I'm
used to watch
assuming.
baseball, I used to have to be under 3 to be even considered decent.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of early in the season, so there's a lot of like inflated ERAs because a guy will have one start where he gets lit up and then he has to work it down. So
Look
once
at this guy,
again,
baseball guy right here.
yeah, Milwaukee Brewers, St. Louis Cardinals, Philadelphia Phillies, Chicago Cubs, Texas Rangers versus San Francisco Giants. That's you betcha.
You betcha.
Nothing will happen in the first inning.
Yeah, and this is since it's Jessica's last. Let's go, phrase this right. In Miami studio mystery crate for the time being.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah, I think
Good
you
reason
nailed
for a
it.
Because she might be
That's
back.
accurate.
I actually pulled one of my favorite moments from one of the times we did it here. And I think this is actually one of the first ones we did here at the Elser.
Wow.
So Jason, play that.
You give Lee a hug, but then twist your arms
Oh, it's the best.
and then go like that.
Exactly,
You
Tony.
do?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, it
So
looks
then,
more
how-
normal.
then you're
than-
going like
I
this
give Lee
over
a
the
hug.
top.
I take one hand, grab the right ass cheek.
Yes.
Take the other hand, grab the left ass cheek.
This is
Pick
how
them
you do
up.
it.
But then you're
His
going
legs are over mine.
Yeah.
You throw him against,
Onto me.
throw him against the fridge.
the wall.
Yeah.
We make out.
Heck yeah.
Exactly.
End of hug.
Then you give him a
back
little
tap on
slap
that.
on the ass on the way out. There you go,
Yeah.
sugar.
Hug yeah.
Hug yeah.
Wow, I don't remember that bit at all. That's
What
a
was
good
I
one.
doing here? Like, why did I have the hands?
I think we
here?
were maybe like saying that you rub
Rub his neck or
his
something?
neck when you hug.
Was it like a height thing because is he like slightly shorter than you?
No,
or-
he's taller than me. People think I'm tall for some reason. Someone tweeted
Well,
at
yesterday
me.
you wore like 6-inch
Yeah, she like
platforms.
huge
Yeah.
platforms like
Okay,
this.
but aside from that, someone tweeted at me this week and was like, "Are you really 6'1"?" Which I don't think we.
Where did that come from?
I have no idea. But I quote tweeted and I was like, "Yes," and a bunch of people actually believed it. So I'll take it. I'm not 6'1". I'm
That-
actually 5'11".
That was from an episode we did in 2023 where me and Chris hugged and we were trying to show Roy
You gotta go
the
dick to
perfect way
dick.
to, and that's what you said earlier. You got to go dick to dick. when
You were
hug a
showing
man.
me this.
Yeah, well, Chris wanted to hug you. You said no, so I said, you know what? I'll go in there. I'll hug Chris. Me
Roy,
and
you
Chris-
want a hug now?
Yeah.
No.
Come on, go dick to dick with
D to
Chris.
D?
No, there will be no D to D. There will
Okay,
there will
Chris,
be
I'll
no
hug
B
Chris
to B.
again.
There will
Whoa.
be no D to B. No.
We call B to B the ass to ass impasse.
Ah, the ass to ass
When you're in
impasse.
bed and you're
Look
next
how
to each
far
other.
away those D's are.
Yeah, there's a substantive
Lean
gap
back.
of the D to D. There was a good like.
You got to do like when Dylan Brooks was defending LeBron.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
I got
So
it.
when
The
you're
ass-to-ass
laying in bed
impasse.
with your significant other and you're both like you're kind of like looking at each other, you're like, oh, good night, oh. And then you're like, this is actually I'm not that comfortable. I kind of need to flip to the other side,
Yeah.
and you both flip and face away from each other. So now you're ass to ass. We call that the ass to ass impasse. That's when it's like the night's over.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
we're
time-
ass to ass.
yeah.
Now we're going to sleep.
It's time to
At
sleep.
96.
Yeah. You cuddle
you
for an
can't
hour.
cross the ass to ass
you-
impasse.
Cuddle for an
No,
hour.
you cuddle for a little bit.
An hour? Jesus Christ.
But you cuddle
is
for
this guy?
No, but you cuddle for a little bit, and then you're like,
That's so long.
Cuddled
This
since
is-
Nam.
yeah, this is too hot.
My arm is numb.
And then it's ass to ass impasse time, and you're done. The day's over.
It's
Is it
tough.
automatically you recognize it's too hot, or you're like, oh, a couple of beads of sweat, and then it's definitely
No.
like.
It's usually a body parts falling asleep. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why cuddling. You gotta be like, we got a nook situation where
It's
like
definitely
you know,
a part-time
little
situation.
spoon
The most
goes.
she's getting is like my foot, just like
No, you do like do a little spooning.
little
Yeah,
footsies,
right.
maybe a little
Exactly.
footsies,
Yeah,
little
you do,
footsies before
you
bed.
do a little
that's about it.
spoony. Sometimes you want to be a little spoon. You know, she
Yeah,
comes up from
right.
behind, then outside it's like, oh, a little hot. All right, and then
Ass to ass impasse.
and then that's it.
And
See,
then go to
see you in the
bed.
morning.
I think
Yeah.
there was an episode
Good
of
night.
there was an episode of White Lotus where like a scene, a morning scene where like one of the couples, I think it might have been
Yeah, it was Megan Fahey and
In
Theo
season
James.
2?
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the couple that's like. They're so happy.
So
They're in love.
unrealistic.
They're
wake up and
having
they're
so
just
much
like-
sex, but yeah, actually he's
I'm-
cheating on her and she's cheating on him.
I'm saying to my wife, I'm like, who wakes up like that?
Nobody. One of those people has been awake for at least half an hour, and it's just there's no way
right.
you're just.
I'm on
asleep.
my phone. Let's be honest.
That was least. That was more surprising than jerking off your brother.
Oh god! Spoiler alert. Yeah. Also,
Just to be clear, that was in a show.
Yes.
Nothing happened
Yeah.
with anybody here.
Thank you
Jeez,
for
man.
clarifying.
Yeah.
I
Double
actually
Michael over there.
watching that original scene. I thought he was doing it to himself.
Yeah, that's what they made it look like.
And then
Yeah.
afterwards, like
He
okay.
realized, like, oh,
I thought maybe I just saw it
no.
wrong, but no, that's the way.
No,
they,
that was how
okay.
they made it seem. Because then they were blacked out, and then they sort of blacked in, and we're like, whoa.
Yeah,
like,
so-
what happened last night?
removing everything Chris just said, not thinking about jerking off a sibling.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I would
When
like
you
to
when,
not
when
think
you were
about that.
younger, right, and you woke and you slept at a friend's
The
house.
guy
and
said,
you,
"I'm a
and-
pleaser."
I mean, that's
I mean,
that's the
what-
part that made me sick because I'm just like I've literally said that phrase in my life, but I wasn't talking about anything sexual. And now I'm just like, well, I can never use that phrase again. Also, I don't have a brother. just so you know.
Remember when you would wake up at your friend's house and you were up before them, and now you're like, there was no phones back then, so you're like, what the hell do you do now?
You're like,
just
that's how you woke
Oh, it
him
was
up.
terrible.
You're just staring at the ceiling, freezing
Yeah.
most of the time
Yes.
because it's cold as hell in the house. And then there's no phones. Like, is it safe to turn the TV on?
Right.
I don't know anybody who's here. Like, 'cause obviously not, you don't want to go
It's
downstairs and
still
your friend's
like
parents
I
are
have
there.
anxiety about that happening to me now, but when my phone's like dead or something, I'm like, oh my god, I'm awake and I don't.
You guys ever wet the
Awake
bed at a
again.
friend's house?
Recently,
I was 34 years old. It
Hey, all right.
happened to me. It happened to me once. I believe I had to be what, like 7, 8, 9. I don't know. I don't remember how old I was
Keep
exactly.
going.
10, 11, 12.
But it was just the shame. You
I
think
had to be like 26,
Yeah.
27.
I just remember the shame of, do I just like run home? Do I tell the
Do I
mom?
pretend I
do I
didn't
just
I tell them?
do I just like pretend like I don't know what the how the what
I-
what?
I've never
I
peed at
threw
a,
your
up.
sister's raccoon just came up here and decided to pee everywhere.
Have you ever been at a place where a friend is peeing somewhere that they shouldn't? Not like in a bed.
Like in
One
a
of my
fern?
one of my
somewhere else.
One of my friends
Baby.
got so hammered once that he peed on a keyboard.
Oh.
Okay,
Like,
so it's,
it was in a bedroom, and all of a sudden we wake up, and the guy's just at a desk, just peeing.
okay,
Like
so
an old school
computer. Oh, I was
keyboard.
thinking
Yeah.
Like piano.
in college, I will spare the names, but if you're listening to this and
Unit?
you were with me in Orlando at the
Protect the
Lofts in
innocent.
2012, then you know exactly who I'm talking about. We went to, we went out, we were going out, we had a bunch of drinks. We get back, and a certain friend of ours, we were staying up at this loft because it was like
It's always a loft.
it was a college apartment, so it's like 4 separate like rooms that have their own bathroom and whatever. But then there's like this middle part that was kind of a loft. So me and my buddy were sleeping in this in a blow up bed, and all of a sudden it's like 4:45, 5 in the morning. All I hear is
Ew.
and I'm like, what is? Because I know I'm not next to the bathroom. The bathroom are inside the room. So I'm like, where's this water coming from? It's dark. I kind of peer over.
Wait, it wasn't just
Water?
a sound like you were actually feeling.
No, I wasn't feeling it. I was hearing it. I was like, where is this water coming from? Because it sounds like there's like the faucet's on or like the shower's on. And I looked down the hall and then down the stairs, my buddy standing at the top of the stairway, just letting it rip.
So he was
And all
watching
you
it
hear
go
is
down the stairs.
The pee rolling down the stairs.
Oh
And just, dude, he must have gone for like 10 minutes. I swear to God, it was the longest
That's
piss
a
I've ever heard in my
strong
entire.
string.
It was incredible.
Hey, you couldn't
I was
make
like,
it.
dude, how many beers did you have last night? Because you pissed for literally 5 minutes.
And
on
it
that-
wasn't like a drunk situation. He was sober. Just
No, he was
deciding-
he was
Yeah, he had
absolutely
been
wasted.
drinking.
He was
Yeah.
still wasted.
No, he was absolutely wasted. He thought he was in the bathroom, but the problem is he's had he has
A
a
bladder
proclivity.
problem?
No, he has
Yeah.
a proclivity to pee in places that he shouldn't.
Weird thing to get off to.
I don't think it's a get off
Yeah.
thing. I think it's a hey, I think I'm in the bathroom, and then it doesn't happen. He also
So-
peed on his brother by mistake.
So he's like a sleepwalker type.
He's
dude?
like a sleep peer.
Oh.
A sleep peer.
He's a sleep peer. So him and his brother shared a room,
Nah.
and then one
Put
night
handcuffs on
the
that
same
dude.
thing happens
Don't come to my house, brother.
where him
Does he go pee pee before he goes to bed at night?
Go pee pee.
I don't
Like
know.
empty the chamber?
I mean, that day he didn't, and the day that he peed on his brother, he didn't.
Oh God.
But he thought he was in the bathroom, and then he peed on his brother.
On that
I've
note,
heard of people sleepwalking and like peeing in
yeah,
the closet.
all sorts of
mean
things
on that
like
note?
I was going to say, I need to hear this transition. On
This
that
episode
note,
of Mystery Crates brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
What the hell kind of transition?
Shout out to my boy.
You got to get these reads in, brother.
I think he stopped peeing on people though.
I hope so.
I don't know.
It's a weird thing to explain to your wife.
I mean,
I got this thing, babe. You know, sometimes got to pee.
Yeah.
but not where you think you're supposed to.
You know what my new thing is at night? The magnesium.
Oh my God, that's yes. That's,
An old person?
I was gonna say that's the most 40-year-old
Yes.
thing you've ever
Bro,
said
I
in
need
your
it, though.
life. All of my friends in their 40s are taking the magnesium
I know what
supplement
it is.
before
But tell
bed.
Izzy.
I mean, I take it
It's a
too, and
magnesium
it's like you have to
supplement,
take it apparently with the other. Was it D2 or
I don't
CK or
know.
something like? You got to take it with somebody else for it to with something
Yes.
else for it to like hit officially or properly. But you like take it before
Like rice and
bed?
beans?
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing
D3K2, I
about
think it's called.
supplements.
D3K2.
Yeah, you take it before you go to sleep so you can sleep better.
I've always been told you're not really supposed to take supplements before bed because you won't sleep as well. This obviously
These
being
are, like-
different. This is specific
Yeah,
to helping
Yeah.
sleep. And so I've been taking them. I don't really recognize when I take it, to be honest. Sometimes it might be during the day. Sometimes it might be at night. But I don't really recognize the difference.
I take the same thing that the guy in White Lotus takes.
Creatine.
The dad.
Oh,
Creatine's great, dude.
Lorazepam.
Stole from-
Everybody's on creatine here in the
What
office.
was he
Yeah.
taking?
We got-
Taking
Creatine's
benzos?
big here. Yeah.
What is that
Roid
drug
rage
that
in
that
a way.
dad
It's a benzo.
stole from his wife?
Yeah.
Like-
They're extremely addictive.
It's a pill, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry
No
about
shit.
it. Don't
But
worry
like
about it.
at first it was like a helped you sleep pill, and then he was just like, I don't know.
I just assume
It's
they're
like
all
Xanax.
on
It's
like
some
Xanax.
version
It's like
of Xanax.
getting addicted to pills.
It's,
Well, no,
yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
like
the
Xanax.
magnesium is supposed to relax your body so you can
I
sleep.
take
And I do notice a
magnesium.
difference when I do it.
I've heard like people say it helps them sleep a
Yeah.
lot, and it's good for digestion.
It depends on which one you take, because there's like different magnesiums, right?
My friend takes the one that has like a gold wrapper, and she leaves my house, and there's like gold wrappers all over like the couch, in the cushions, like on the counter. Like she leaves a trail of magnesium supplements behind her.
If you had to say in life, this is the thing, one thing I'm best at, I might put sleeping up there for me.
Wow.
Maybe I know age,
Like a log.
Maybe when I turn 40, maybe
I
5,
was
7
gonna
years from now,
say-
maybe it'll get worse. Man, my wife, my wife resents me for it.
This is the guy.
It's like
who
a
high
thing in
school
our.
used
I'm
to
such a good sleeper. She is very often just like, I hate you.
He
I
used to
can't
get-
believe how easy this is for you.
extra sleep on the shower floor in high school before.
That was more just relaxing time. Yes, I would lay down in the shower.
It's also like
in high
what?
school.
Yeah.
Wow.
What percent of that is a true story?
No, that one.
That one is actually true.
Oddly,
Chris, you say a lot of things that probably,
bullshit, yeah.
probably make people hate you that aren't even true.
Yes.
Not to
No.
peel back the curtain.
I often will say something that is maybe
Shower.
exaggerated,
For the
Right,
Yeah,
you're a
of
good
course.
teammate.
but
By making us look like better teammates.
that is one that I did actually do in high school.
Have you taken a car nap
That's
before work
insane.
the way Jeremy did?
I've
we,
had-
we
not
saw
here.
Jeremy that day. He was knocked out.
Not here.
Oh,
not
that's
with this
terrible.
job. When I used to
I
work
wanted to
at
bang on the window.
my previous jobs, I have done the pre-work car nap.
Can I tell you when you texted that?
I'm more
it
of
was
a
very
lunch nap
strange.
guy than a pre-work nap guy.
Okay, I can't do either.
post lunch guy, right?
But when you texted that, you said a car nap, and I didn't assume it was a parked car.
Yeah.
So I thought like,
While
oh wow,
while
like Chris's
driving.
wife is taking him to work, and he gets to take a little nap in the car. That's what I thought was. Which I thought was rude, by the way.
That would be rude.
But
no.
no,
Car nap is when you get somewhere a little early. You got 30 minutes to kill. I'm going to pop the seat back. But I've done that type of thing before. And my point in that text was that's never good sleep.
No.
Because you're always panicking that you're going to oversleep.
or
And
that
if you do
someone's
set
going to be
an
like,
alarm.
"Hey!"
You're checking your phone.
was so
you hear
close,
a
dude.
car
I was
drives
so
by.
close.
You're looking around. It's just never
or
relaxing
you're thinking
sleep.
of work.
Right. You're thinking of what you got to do. It's just always the least relax. Like, I would argue that there is no less of a relaxing sleep than like a jammed car nap.
But if you did have a super relaxing sleep and you woke up like, where
Like
the
drooling?
fuck am I?
Like
that
drooling?
would be the most jarring one, right? Because you're in your car. It's just like, what the heck? You ever like get those really good naps? You're just like, wait, what day is it?
you forget everything, yeah.
Before Monty's, I took a nap.
Those
I
are the
woke
best.
up and I had full sleep paralysis where I was awake, but I was like, I can't move any part of my body right now.
Have you ever taken one of those naps where you go to sleep and it's light outside, and then you wake up, it's dark outside,
And you think it's the next
and you
day?
think it's the next day? That happened to me once when I was like in middle school, and I got dressed for school and everything, and then I came out to the kitchen area.
I saw
My mom
on
had
Reddit-
spaghetti on the table. I go, for breakfast? And she's like, no, idiot. It's 7 o'clock.
I saw on Reddit a few weeks ago someone posted like, why is it so dark out at 9 a.m.? Did something happen while I was asleep last night? And then like in the comments,
The sun
they were like,
exploded.
They were like, edit, it's 9 p.m. I thought I slept through the night and it was the next morning. And I was like, what? How do you not realize that?
That's Chris Cody level of sleep right
Yeah.
there.
Me and my friend tricked his little brother once into thinking at like midnight that he had to wake up for school the next day.
Oh,
and
that's
this
so
kid, he was like
mean.
9, he was like a middle schooler, and he's like super tired, like gets
What an
trained.
asshole, man.
We're like, it's
What a
12:45
fucking
a.m.
asshole.
We're
You're
going
a
back to bed.
dick.
I mean, it's a jerk move, but imagine how good he felt when he was just like, oh, I get to go back to sleep.
The
Thank
best.
you guys.
He was like, thanks, Chris.
You woke me up. Now I gotta go back.
I was incredibly relieved after I found out that
Yeah.
it wasn't
That it was
spaghetti,
only 9
that it wasn't
o'clock?
spaghetti for breakfast, and I was actually doing okay.
Guys,
How
where
long-
should my last meal in Miami be before I move?
Ooh, stubborn seed.
Oh, I love Stubborn Seed,
Oh, you've
but I'm
been?
not going to the beach.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I've
Yeah.
been. It's delicious.
Have you guys noticed that going to the beach now is a real mission?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
really
don't.
have to think about it. Like, damn, do I really want to go over there?
I don't.
Especially from West Kendall, dude.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
the beach
terrible.
might as well be Broward.
But we used to go there every single day. Isn't
kiss
that
my
crazy
ass,
to think
man.
about?
Well, because when you first got here, it's new and it's a thing. But now, after you've been
Also,
here for a
you lived
while,
on
you're
the
like,
beach too.
I did live on the beach
Yeah.
for a
So
hot
it's
minute
easy.
before my cockroach infestation. I've
right.
moved 4 times since I
Yeah.
moved to Miami.
Really?
I am done moving.
Oh man, the cockroach
can't-
situation.
Except for this one.
Move. I
You're
can't
moving.
keep moving. Yeah, minus this move, which hopefully will be, I don't know, not the last.
where should
but
you go for your
last for a
last
little bit?
meal?
Should it be like super Miami? Like, does it have to be Cuban? Should it be the place that Anthony mentioned yesterday, that little laundromat? What is it, Mari's?
Yeah.
Mary's?
Mary's
Well, I know he
on
calls it
27th.
Mary's.
You go to Mary's for like a steak sandwich. You don't
Yeah.
go there to like eat.
Yeah.
I would say
Well,
go
I
to
don't
like
need
Finca.
Eat.
Oof,
What
I
is
was-
Finca?
Finca's fire.
See, here's the thing. I know you haven't been there because it's super far west.
Yeah.
It's 40,
It's-
147th Avenue.
Yeah.
Way
And
out
Coral
there.
Way.
So here's the thing. I'm not getting in my car.
Oh.
What if I offer? What if I offer?
So what can you eat in the Grove, basically?
Yes.
Yeah. What can I eat in the Grove?
Flanny's is an option.
Flanny's,
Oh
okay.
yeah. You're not gonna get it again.
You can
So-
go to Ariete.
Yeah.
Have a
I
nice
love Ariete.
have a nice little
So
going
good.
away. You can go to Chugs for a nice burger.
I love Chugs.
Part of
They
the
have
Ariete group.
99-cent martinis between 6 and 7 p.m. if you buy a plate of food at Chugs.
Chugs is good. I only been to Chugs for breakfast though. I haven't been there for.
Their lunch
the
is
breakfast
really good.
is good, but also the lunch is really good.
Yeah.
Mr.
Everything's good.
01 is fire. I love Mr.
I've
01.
actually only been there once.
What kind of food have you had here that you've said to yourself, they don't really make this very well in New York?
That's a great question. I think the food is probably the best part about Miami. That's the thing that we've enjoyed the most. Like, obviously, the weather in the wintertime is amazing. Like I said, the summer is horrible and no one ever talks about it, but it's truly the worst. But other than the winters being great, the food we've really enjoyed. And there's
More seafood or like more Hispanic
probably
food?
seafood, I'm guessing. Like, I don't eat like a ton of seafood in Manhattan. I don't.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know
where-
what I eat there
Where would
because
you
I
even
haven't
go?
been there in like 4 years.
Yeah.
But
Well, like the pizza, I wouldn't get pizza obviously because
Yeah.
you're about to go to a place that pizza's much better.
But like Flanny's type bar food, like I get a lot of that in New York. I will say.
Yeah.
Wings, like I'll.
Yes,
You
I
go to
would go
Jo-
to really good seafood.
It's on the
place.
beach, but go to Joe's.
I
Joe
love
Stone
Joe's.
Crabs?
Yeah.
Are we in season?
Isn't it
who knows?
October through May? Or is it May through October?
They're
Somebody
open.
asked.
I
Somebody
just had a
asked
friend
for
that went the other day, so they're open. Like
Stone crab.
they're good to go.
When is stone crab season? I mean,
Yeah, but I probably
they
would.
serve it frozen out of season. So.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, that's why we want
yeah,
it fresh.
I
but
wouldn't-
I think you're right.
October 15th through May 1st, according to
So
Google.
we're still in season.
One more week.
So
Ooh.
you're not getting pizza.
By the way, the fried chicken at Joe's. I don't know if anybody's ever asked about it.
$8.99.
It's incredible and it's
That's
very cheap.
Yeah,
Might as
because
well
you know
go to
the story
Yardbirds.
behind
It's
it.
a working man's
Yeah,
food.
it's for the guys that work there because he didn't want them to be able to
To
like,
eat
not
the stone
afford
crab.
the food. Yeah, so he's like, I'm gonna make on the fried chicken, but he kept it the same price all this time, which is a bonus.
It's like the
Shout out to
Costco
Joe.
hot dog.
Yes,
It's
correct.
no matter what inflation happens, $1.50. And now Costco's switching from Pepsi back
Who are you
to
talking
Coke
to?
products.
Because you're pointing past me. So
Oh,
okay. There you go.
Wait, I
It's a
didn't
little
know
weird.
that. I love Costco.
Look at this.
Costco's
I
the
haven't been to
best.
Costco. I heard they're building a new Costco in Doral.
Are they building a new Costco in Doral? No. My
No?
source says no.
Do they have?
They have one on Flagler, which is basically on the doorstep of
Do
the
they have
lot, but
Costco
don't
in New York? It's got to be out like.
Yeah, there's one in Brooklyn.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a Costco in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Where?
It's like right off the BQE.
It's like multi-stories.
No,
It has to be.
it's huge. Brooklyn's like not. I mean,
Not as like
But
packed
still-
as the city.
Costco's massive. Like a warehouse for
It's pretty
Costco
big.
is like
Let me look it
enormous.
up.
$8.95 for a half chicken fried.
And it's fire.
At Joe's Stone Crack.
I'm
It's
gonna
really
go
good.
right now.
What?
Dude, I'm telling you, I was just like,
Chris was literally half asleep. He's like, what?
I was just
$8
like,
chicken?
I was looking it up because I was like, that can't be right.
Dude, was
The
anybody
prices
surprised
nowadays?
by the size of the hot dog that Dan had on the stream?
Oh, Lewis is here. He has something to say.
Yeah, that chicken's in a plastic bag.
Oh, it is?
what?
Of course.
What? No.
What are you talking about?
Joe Stokramp?
No, it's like a
I
plate
think
of
he's talking
fried
about
chicken.
Costco.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Costco.
Oh, the
It's
rotisserie. You're talking about the rotisserie chicken.
I'm only here because Tony made me wait for him because he wants me to go with him on the train.
All I was
So he made me
but
wait
we're
a
talking
half
about
an
this.
hour.
We're talking
Talking
about
about the giant
I
wiener.
Joe
don't care.
Stone
I
Crab.
can't even remotely care about what you're talking about because
What?
I have to wait for you until the show's
Well,
over.
you know what's funny is that you're only riding the Metro Mover with him because you're
Yeah.
only going to. Then you get on a different train. He goes on a
Different trains.
train.
He
So
goes
you're
south,
literally
yeah.
making him wait like half an hour for a 5-minute
Yes.
ride.
Yes, but the thing is that this guy is usually gone at 11:30, but now he's here at 1:25.
I'm actually never here. I've never gone at 11:30. I'm surprised you're even here today.
I got the call.
So, Louis, do you want to know what the question was as you were approaching?
Something about chicken and
No, actually,
the
we had
hot
already
dog
talked
and-
about that when he was specifically talking about the wiener that Dan was playing with on
Exactly,
the
the
live stream.
huge,
Why was
the
it so
huge
big?
monster glizzy this guy got, dude.
It was a delicious kielbasa.
Kielbasa.
Huge is relative.
I mean, that one was like an anaconda.
Chill.
There's actually 4
Never.
Costco's around the Manhattan
Really?
area. Yeah.
But
there's
like
a lot.
not in the city, obviously.
Well, no. There's.
Not in Manhattan proper.
But like the outer boroughs, yeah. Like.
outer boroughs, but not in Manhattan.
So he can't eat
Not
anything, but he can eat giant kielbasa.
but-
I don't
It's
understand
crazy.
how
I
he's
don't
able
know.
to
I don't
eat
know.
a kielbasa.
There's one in Manhattan.
Okay, but if you go to a Costco and you're in Manhattan, I can just see somebody on the subway with like
I know.
4,000
exactly. Like, how do you carry all
They
that
don't have
crap?
bags at Costco.
Exactly. No, you don't have a car to put it in.
That also.
Also,
So, like-
you don't have room in your apartment for 50,000 rolls of toilet paper.
Half your bathroom will just have toilet paper and soda in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss having like several closets.
Yeah.
you don't have that. You don't have closets in New York.
Not like
or like a
6.
foyer that's not also your kitchen.
No, my
Studio
current
apartment.
apartment actually is that.
Oh, is
yeah,
it?
it's the worst.
Do you have like one of those exposed radiator type deals?
No.
No? Okay,
No.
good.
Yeah.
It always reminds me of the Andrew Schultz thing where he talks about like
The radiator.
the
buddy.
water on the outside.
Did I don't remember if I told the story here. Where I went up for the UFC a couple of years ago, and my buddy was like out of town, so I stayed with my friend Kevin, who ended up falling asleep on the couch. I had to knock down the door. He was falling asleep.
Is he the one that pissed everywhere or no?
No, that's
Oh,
another buddy.
different guy. Okay.
So the first night I'm there, all of a sudden I hear, and I'm like, dude, is somebody like drilling underneath my bed right now? Because the apartment sits on top of like this Chinese bodega. So I thought they were like working on something in the middle of the night at 4 a.m. Bah, 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 bah. And I'm like, what is happening right now? There's like construction going on. Is there somebody
it was
inside
the
the
steam
room?
in the radiator?
It was the radiator. and I had
Dude,
no idea.
it
'cause
The water
clangs.
going through it.
I
right?
had
Yeah.
never
King,
been
king,
to
king,
that.
king.
All I heard was bah, bah, bah. It got to a point where I was so tired and so desperate that I thought it was like the workers downstairs, like drilling and like hammering stuff on the roof.
Welcome to New York, baby.
That
Yeah.
I took my heel out of the
Started
bed,
hitting the ground.
and I started hitting the ground with my heel, like, "Hey, stop! I'm up here sleeping." It was the radiator, so I come out of the room in the
man.
morning, and I tell my buddy Kevin, I'm like, "Yo, what is that noise? It's crazy." He's like, "Oh, my bad. Yeah, Mikey. It doesn't bother Mikey because he's such a big sleeper, but that's why I didn't pick this room because the real estate agent told me that the radiator was
It's a my
broken."
cousin Vinny
Chris would have
situation,
slept through
right?
all of it.
Speaking of shoes or heels, 'cause that's what he was talking about. Unpopular opinion: making guests take off their shoes in your house is rude.
That's a Mike Fuentes take.
Yeah,
No.
this one it's confusing to me.
I don't wear
because
shoes in my own house.
Okay, then do you not have like decent flooring, maybe a rug here or there? Like I was at a buddy of mine's house in Colorado, or his parents' house or whatever, and it's just like I walk in and I see this super plush, like maybe 3-inch thick rug, and I'm like, no chance I'm wearing my shoes in here.
I love
And
a
of course I'm
plushie.
taking off my shoes, and then he asked everybody else, hey, can you guys take off your shoes? And they're like, great. And I was like, I actually like that. Like first of all, don't come to my house if your feet stink. Like if you just
Yeah.
went on a 2-hour safari or
How
something.
about
But yeah, take
don't
off your
have
shoes.
people over if I have to take my shoes off?
I disagree with that.
Or move that carpet.
You don't think if you're
It's just
walking
such
on
a
the floor,
weird-
you're gonna be
carpet.
How
self-conscious
old
about
are
it?
we if it's like, all right, come on in, take your shoes off. Like,
I mean,
why
okay,
are you
time out.
It's not
hosting?
about
Izzy, I
that.
can help you here.
Yeah.
I have 3 kids. 3 of them are under the age of all 3 of them are under the age of
They're
6.
breaking in third.
My youngest one is on the floor all day. They're all
This
on
is
the floor.
totally different. Obviously,
Why is it-
kids should take their shoes off when they're coming inside playing. We don't
No,
want to
the
get the house
adults,
dirty.
the dad who is on the metro, who's walking on God knows what.
Yeah.
I'm not walking in my house with that under my feet. And I'm going to extend a courtesy. Like, you kind of know the vibe. Like, if I get to your crib and there's shoes in the front, like, there's a setup. People have a setup that do that. If you don't have no setup, I'm going to... If I see you in your shoes, I'm walking in your house with shoes on.
Oh, and if I
Here's
see a
my
bunch of
thing.
shoes, I might take them off. I'm not opposed to taking my shoes off. What I'm opposed to is the rule of you step foot in this house, take them off.
Yeah,
and if
when-
I see
when-
you with my shoes on, hey, why do you have your shoes on?
I mean, when you ask like that, like...
Throw them out of the house.
I mean, dude, when you ask like that, obviously you're kind of being an a-hole, but, like, if you're a
Why are you being
courteous
an a-hole?
person...
It's your house.
I think if you're hosting,
No. If I have a friend come over and has never been to my house, and I talk to him, and I'm literally asked the way that Chris just addressed him, you're kind of being an ass.
if you're hosting 20 adults, clean when they leave.
different.
This is a spicy meatball of a topic.
No, what do you mean?
It is.
I might have to
Different.
come back next week
But
to
you
finish
can't-
this
But I
conversation.
think we were talking more about hosting
that's
than
coming
kids.
off of the shoe, like
Correct.
getting into the rug.
No,
like,
but
you
to
can't
his,
clean that.
Izzy,
really.
to his point, if I'm having
Dyson.
20 people in my house,
Nobody in that
I'm-
room.
I'm taking into
Lock the
account
door.
that this is a party. Like, don't take off your shoes. If I invite Tony and Jenny to my house, which they come to my house every now and then,
Correct.
they just take their shoes off because it's just the 4 of us.
If it's
Right.
a party of 20, you're setting up
You
your
guys-
house.
you guys
so
are
things-
adding
you're
qualifiers.
Like, I
protecting
think
your house.
I've taken my shoes off at your house.
You're
before.
damn right.
It says making guests, not you have a huge party. Do you have people take their shoes off? Like, just take it for what it is, face value.
Making guests,
In
yeah.
my-
If there's shoes in the front, take your shoes off.
Yeah.
In my own house, I have house shoes because
Yes,
I
me
don't
too.
want to be barefoot.
Me too.
My feetsies are cold. To take my shoes off and put on my little house
You ever
shoes.
stepped on
No
like
socks?
2-day-old applesauce? That's the worst.
Why is he leaving on the floor for 2 days?
Because there's like you
Kids,
Sometimes
man.
it's hidden.
Imagine
Just
what
hidden.
his house is like.
Just say goodbye to everybody.
Jess's
Okay.
new house is going to be in New York. That sucks.
Yeah.
Goodbye.